Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Yes, colleagues, it's been that kind of event. And I would just like to say, just sitting where I was over there, I was getting cross, I was getting excited, I was being stimulated, I was ready to walk out. So all of these things bubbling there inside of me. But I hope also, colleagues, that like me here, you were stimulated to think. The purpose of these sessions has been fundamentally to try and find a way to get people into a space to talk about the things that we know about race and racism, and to see what ways we can be thinking of getting out of it. So we've had lots of opportunity in the course of the last year to be raising these issues. And I have to say, every time that I've been in spaces where these discussions have happened, I've been utterly frustrated. I want to be quite blunt. I've been frustrated because the discussions have been monologues. Either academics speak in one kind of way, or activists speak in one kind of way, and nobody's listening to each other. Our capacity to listen, and I want to say to you, the world is so complex right now, so complex, that I would be an absolute fool to trust my future to any one single person. It is so complicated. None of us now, whatever we may be saying and however we may say it, has the capacity inside of us to be able to engage with a full complexity, from climate change to child abuse, to deal with all of that. And in that space, we need to find ways of engaging with each other, to find ways of surfacing all of those erasures, those silences, those ways in which we as women, we as black people, we as children, we as disabled, we as pained in many kinds of ways have been shoved aside. We need to find ways of surfacing all of that knowledge which has been delegitimated. And we need to put it into a space where we can talk with a sense of hospitality with one another. Now, I know some of you don't want to be hospitable to each other, but I want to say to you, you have no alternative. There's no alternative. So you now need to know the best that there is to know about every single thing in the world. Every single thing. And you mustn't deny yourself. And so it's really crucial that you think about how the next moment and what that next moment is going to look like. How you create it. And this is why these dialogues are so important. Of course, they're not revolutionary in that big sense. But they're revolutionary, I hope, in a small sense. And this is what I'd like to leave with you, all of us. That you will leave here slightly changed. Slightly. And that's a revolution. It's not a great revolution, but it's a revolution if you will go home and talk to your child in a very different way this afternoon. If you will talk to your mother. If you will get on the bus and the taxi and greet the taxi driver in a different way. You would have started something. The revolution is not going to come in a big bang, colleagues. It's going to come through these ways in which you grasp the intensity of what this challenge is, and you work with it now. Not tomorrow, now. When you leave here, imagine that you could be a different person. Imagine. Just imagine that. So I'd like to thank all of you and say that we are committed at the HSRC to taking these dialogues forward, as uncomfortable as they are. And we'd like to premise them, AD, and this is the big thing, on the basis that actually, yes, we can listen to each other, even in our discomforts. And that's what we will keep trying. You may want to try to stop us, but we will keep trying. So thank you all very much for being here. I really appreciate it. I've learned a great deal. You don't learn only once, colleagues. You have to learn over and over and over again. When you understand something, it comes from understanding through having to work through it repeatedly. It doesn't come just in a flash. For some people it might, but for many of us who are slow thinkers like myself, I need to hear that lesson over and over again. So thank you all very much.